Everybody loves the American campfire. Don't you hear it calling your name? Everybody loves the American campfire.
All right, according to my technological wizards up there in the wilds of Real America Voice, he gave me a 3-2-1, which means I am hot to trot right here. And I'm always excited when I get up in the morning, especially during September, October, November, December, January, and February, and the rest of the year. But now I'm extra excited, which makes me absolutely dangerously effervescent masculinity on fire. I want to be the czar mayor, the chief of police in Booger Bottom when I grow up, and I happen to have the czar, the mayor, the chief of police of Booger Bottom, America, Michael Waddell, my bonehead, my bone collector. Michael Waddell, you are my spirit of the wild, backstrap blood brother. Welcome to the Spirit Campfire. You feel welcome, don't you?
I do feel welcome, and I'm already got you a key to the city of Booger Bottom. We don't have officially a city; it's unincorporated. But you can be the mayor. You can be the mayor.
So now, Michael, you know, you are my blood brother. We talk about the ultimate compliments you can give people, down to earth and grounded. You have been a hunter, a sportsman, a conservation, a fisherman, a trapper, a shooter, a family, God, family, country, Constitution, Bill of Rights, 10 Commandments, Golden Rule, Declaration of Independence, law and order, good over evil, freedom, all your life. Tell us about this incredible career that you have made, this dream career out of just being a great turkey caller, a videographer for the outdoors on Realtree with Bill and the family. But here you are with the bone collector, and respected and revered and loved by the families of the conservation world. Tell us about Michael Waddell's dream where you've ascended with the Bone Collector TV show. This is fascinating to me. I love this stuff.
Well, thank you, Uncle Ted. Yeah, I can tell you this. You're right. Turkey calling is what did it. But ironically, they're not doing this in Turkmenistan, only in America. It's crazy, man.
Yes!
I couldn't have dreamed it up. There's no way to even dream it up. I grew up in a rural area, loved to hunt and fish. I thought everybody hunted and fished, which I'm still confused at the people who don't. But I don't know. And slowly, as I started understanding, you know, even probably more so what you can do in America, I remember thinking, you know, I grew up like most everybody, man, you got to get a job. Your mom's not going to provide your welfare, so to speak. I never was told the government was going to provide my welfare. I was always known that I had to provide it for myself and for whatever family I was going to have down the road, even at a young age. And so obviously, I went to Heaton and Air School, got a degree in that, and was completely content to work in a blue-collar trade. My dad was a contractor, but I just love hunting. I couldn't think of anything else. I was completely addicted to it, just hunting, fishing, just like everything you preach, Uncle Ted, about the spirit of the wild. There's nothing like it. It took me over. I grew up around it, and then I started competing in these turkey calling contests and won a few of them, a couple of them, you know, kind of like at the grand national level, world championship type things. They even have those contests, still do have those contests. And so one thing led to another, and I started realizing, like, wait a minute, there is an industry. I'm buying camo, I'm buying guns, I'm buying turkey calls, I'm buying ammunition. Like, well, somebody's got to work in this. And I got very lucky, man. I got a chance to start guiding, started video and running a camera. Anyway, it just turned into just an all-American, great American dream that, in my opinion, that, you know, we're one of the last few countries you can take something like turkey calling, or even your passion for music, and just being able to take that darn Gibson and shred it and make a living at it. And I don't know, that's just all-American freedom right there.
You know, it's a great comparison with the music and turkey calling, because I worked at a gas station. I washed cars, I mowed lawns, I shoveled snow. I literally sold night crawlers. I worked 2 newspaper routes. Also, I could get a guitar and hopefully get an amp. And you had a regular job, blue collar, working hard, playing hard. If you don't have dirt under your fingernails, you're cheating. You're a wimp. But you love to be outdoors. You love the turkey calling. you just perfected this, and it was just a thing. It was recreation, because it does recreate our spirit every time we go beyond the pavement. It's a mystical, miraculous, hands-on conservation, healing powers of God's miracle. But what I did with the music, I finally realized that I worked really hard to play the guitar. Then I saw that people really loved the guitar, and I said, wait a minute. I'm going to get paid $25 tonight to play at the Cellar in Arlington Heights. Maybe I could play 2 nights a week and make $50. So you did the same thing, and people started seeing that you were a great turkey caller, that you were stealthy behind the camera. You didn't booger the shot for Bill Jordan, the Real Tree people, and probably others. So everybody, the takeaway from Michael Waddell and Ted Nugent is that you have to bust your ass in a less than desirable productivity job to pursue that which you crave in life. Is that a good overview of what you and by the way, everybody, if you don't watch The Bone Collector, he's on the Outdoor Channel with Nick and T-Bone, and he's a funny, I'm a funny son of a bitch, and you're a close second. I mean, that's not easy to achieve, because I'm funnier than Richard Pryor when his afro caught fire. You're right behind me and Richard. If you don't have a good laugh when I'm tracking a deer on Spirit of the Wild and I belch Barack, you need your brain re-examined. But anyhow, you guys have turned this into a brand, doing exactly what you would do even if you didn't make a dime from it, right?
Amen to that. And everything you said, I agree with every one of those sentiments. And to be honest with you, I think it gets back to the simplicity of when you have a passion and you're not afraid to work, whether it means putting calluses on your hands or dirt up under your fingernails. I'm convinced that there's anything and everything achievable in America. I really believe that. And especially when you think about, passion oriented things, and you think about like hunting or, like music or the arts. I mean, there's a lot of different things. And I tell you another thing that was kind of odd, and I don't know if you ever experienced this, Ted, with playing a guitar, like when you were really young, and obviously you were playing professionally with Amboy Dukes. You was out there ripping it up at a very young age. But I remember growing up blue collar, my family wasn't too excited when I told them I was going to, not go to college and I was just going to guide turkey hunters. And, the kind of the blue collar mentality was get you a job, get your benefits. You got to hire on at a company. And I remember early on, I was thinking, man, this could turn into something that was all mine. And I remember to a degree getting in a little bit of disagreements. My dad, not so much. My mom had passed away at a young age, but my uncles are like, buddy, you can't make a living out of just hunting and fishing. And I'm like, well, I'm young. I know there's an industry. I understand that there's businesses and corporations around this industry. For sure, I should be able to get hired on somewhere. I just want to get to meet really cool people. And I remember that first year that I had a chance to guide, and it was Bill Jordan and the guys at Real Tree. They gave me that opportunity. I remember I had a chance to take people like Dale Earnhardt turkey hunting, and we got a turkey together. And so, Dale always gave me a lot of words of encouragement, and I got to slowly meeting people. Soon into it, I met people like you and people that were successful that did not preach comfort. They preached put yourself in uncomfortable positions and keep pushing, and good things to come with hard work. And they taught facts. They told truths. They taught you how to be accountable. And so really, when you got those fundamental things, I think success can be pretty simple and easy. Because the reason I say it's simple and easy is because, yes, it's going to be tough. You're going to get knocked down. But what do? You get back up. You keep striving. You start finding your purpose. You're out there. You're praying. You're trying to find what it is that the good Lord puts you on this earth to be and to do. And I think when you look at it that way, things start falling into place. And I think a lot of times people are just scared to get out of their comfort zone, and they don't have enough confidence in themselves, and they're scared to really get knocked down. But no matter what you do, I mean, life's going to knock you down. It's just a matter if you wallow around in the weeds like a bunch of, buzzards, or you get up and fly like the eagle. And so I'd rather get up and attempt to fly,
You know, I'm uncomfortable in my comfort zone. I get itchy and I get kind of fidgety if I'm too relaxed. I remember back in 1982 on a July day, I was relaxed. That's the only day I've ever been relaxed. I've actually soothed my soul. You know, Fred Bear, we're both sons of Fred Bear and Howard Hill and Ben Pearson and all these heroes of conservation who were promoting it. What I salute you and what everybody in this conservation lifestyle salutes you, Michael, is that you passionately, reverentially articulate and deliver a message of accountability, resource stewardship, appreciation for God's miracle as a hands-on participant. So we only have 1 minute left, but I want to thank you and your family because you're talking about risks and sacrifices to come up with the Bone Collector, the brand. It's just a spectacular TV show. So anybody that doesn't get, I'm on the Pursuit channel now, but there's the Outdoor channel, Sportsman channel, and the Pursuit channel, and there are some genuine masters, the most knowledgeable conservation, ecology beneficial masters out there. And Michael Waddell, you and Nick and T-Bone and your whole family, we're out of time now, but we're going to do this again because I want some updates. I want to hear more about your family. But everybody tune in to Bone Collector on the Outdoor channel because Michael Waddell is the real deal. Michael, you know I love you. You carry on, whack them and stack them and track them and pack them and give them no slack them when you hack them. The Bone Collector. You know, I'm an honorary booger bottom Bone Collector. Have a great hunting season, everybody. This is the Ted Nugent, real America's voice, and Michael Waddell is the real America's voice, Spirit Campfire Hellraiser. God bless everybody out there. God bless real America. Have the best hunting season of your life.
Start singing along to that line in the song.